Also doing a fantastic job. Do-Hyoung Park, the Twins beat writer for The Athletic, enjoying the wave right now. Do-Hyoung, after DHing for the first 4 games of the postseason, Royce Lewis is expected to be back at third base for the Twins tonight. First time in a long time since late September. What can we expect out of him at the hot corner?
Yeah, we were kind of nervous about Royce Lewis in Game 2, actually, because he'd been limited with the running from that hamstring injury from September for such a long time. He'd been kind of taking it easy. Then we saw him cut it loose a bit in Game 2. Got a little hairy in a rundown between third and home plate where he might have come up clutching it a little bit. But that seems to be a good sign of where Royce Lewis is at right now, because for the first time since September 19th, he's back in the defensive lineup at third base. It's a lot that comes for the Twins from there. Jorge Polanco, their starting second baseman, had been playing out of position at third base for a long while, and he'd done okay, but there were some hairy moments there in Game 1 of the wild card series too. Missed a routine throw, let a short squibber get through him there. So the Twins are much more comfortable with him at second base, and that moves Edouard Julien and kind of his shakier glove too to DH. And so Lewis at third, Polanco at second, and Julien at DH. That's kind of where the Twins are best defensively, and they're finally able to get there for the first time this postseason now.
Interesting word choice. You went with hairy twice, considering the fact you're taking some heat for your perm, but we continue. Carlos Correa came to the Twins with an established playoff pedigree. How has he impacted this Twins team in October?
I mean, I think everybody says it here. We'd all seen playoff Correa from our TV screens October after October. It's crazy to see it in person. He's coming in with 8 hits, by far the team leader. And it's not just the clutch hits, because we know that. We know that's what Carlos Correa can bring any team in October, whether it's the Minnesota Twins or the Houston Astros. But it's the little things that have really popped up that's really been impressive. So it's on defense, really, where in Game 1 against Toronto, that play that I talked about with Polanco letting that ground ball get through, Correa's right there to back it up on a dead sprint, picks that ball up, one motion, gets it to home. Bo Bichette is out. That's a potential game-changing play. Then in Game 2, that pickoff of Vlad Guerrero Jr. at second base, you never see that. He's the trail runner, 3-2 count, 2 outs, and Correa had picked up on the fact that the crowd noise here in Minneapolis, they're not going to hear the third base coach yelling back. So he orchestrated that timing play to get Vlad there in that big spot. Bo Bichette doesn't get to hit. It's those little things as well as the big moments, and Carlos Correa has really been everything the Twins could have hoped for and more when they paid him $200 million this offseason.
Yeah, smart ball player. Just fun to watch out, though. There's no question about it. Also, a very cerebral guy, Pablo López, the son of surgeons, as you know, at 16 admitted to medical school. So you know what? I guess I'll just focus on baseball. And he was absolutely surgical in Game 2 to even the series. How vital was that performance?
Yeah, and that's crazy, too, because that trade, Pablo López for Luis Arraez, took a lot of heat from a lot of portions of the fan base in the baseball world, I think, when that happened this past offseason. The Twins viewed Pablo López as an ace. The reigning AL batting champion is a steep, steep price to pay, and the reigning NL batting champion now. But the Twins saw Pablo López as a great pitcher with the bulldog mentality. Then they added the sweeper. He's talked about how it's been a north-south game for him with the fastball, with the curveball, and with his changeup that's been his bread and butter. He's got that east-west action now with that sweeper that he's using. But one thing I saw against Houston is that they think that that sweeper is coming. They think that that changeup is coming because it's been so good. But he was able to get after them with the fastball. He attacked. He didn't have to stick with his off-speed. He attacked with that fastball. 7 shutout innings. That puts him in incredible company. The only other guys in Twins history to go 7 shutout in the playoffs, that's Johan Santana, his idol, and of course Jack Morris in that immortal Game 7 of the '91 World Series that everybody here remembers all too well.
Yeah, I still love that Game 6 and Jack Buck's call. We'll see tomorrow night. By the way, StatCast had the expected ERA of Pablo López #1 in the American League. Last one for you, Do-Hyoung. Twins managed to get the split in Houston. Why are they now set to take control of the series with Game 3 taking place today?
Yeah, this is where they hope to be right now. It's 1-1. It's a best of 3. The Twins are home in 2 of 3, and they arguably have the better pitcher on the mound in 2 of these 3 games. Sonny Gray finished second in the American League in ERA. He's not their ace, but he's one of their co-aces, and they're able to turn to him now against Christian Javier, who's had kind of a shaky track record for Houston down the stretch. And then they got Joe Ryan tomorrow in Game 4 against, it's looking like it'll either be Jose Urquidy or JP France on the Astros side. But this is is where the Twins wanted to be, especially with how the fans turned out for the wild card series last week. We're quite literally in uncharted territory in Minneapolis right now. This ballpark has never seen the Twins advance past the first round of the playoffs. They're sold out for Game 3. They're sold out for Game 4. Twins and the Astros, they've talked about how this home field advantage here for Minnesota has looked intimidating and felt intimidating for Minnesota, and they're about to see that play out over these 2 games.
In the name of Ken Herbeck, it's a great baseball city. There's no question about it. Do-Hyoung Park does an awesome job covering the Twins for The Athletic. Good insight, good information, and good hair. Thanks for the time, my friend.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate y'all.